everyone. Thanks for checking out this podcast today. We got a very special guest. We are here at Vitality Fitness in Ossining. Andres is the owner and the head coach here. He's a good friend of mine. This is a really interesting gym. It's going to be a fun little walkthrough. If you could see, we're at the marina, and that's where we're doing our fitness. So let's head on in and let's check it out. What's good?
Hey, what's up, Joe? How are you? Good.
This is Andres here.
Hi, how are you? My name is Andres. I'm the owner of Vitality Fitness. Welcome to my gym. Please, I'm going to show you what we do here. We have classes every day. We focus in strength and conditioning, gymnastics, so every day is a different class. We have coaches that is going to teach everybody the movements that we're doing for the day. So the people come here, go to the whiteboard, where's the workouts right down for the day. We explain the movements, we do our warm-up, and then everybody know what they're doing for the day on the workout.
Nice. So what else we got over there?
We have our rig, so everything is free weight. So we do squats, presses, everything that comes from the rig. With this bar, we can do all the gymnastic movement, bar muscle up, pull-ups, toes to bar, chest to bar, anything involved with gymnastics. We have ropes, so we do rope climbs, also gymnastic. Our machines that we have in the gym are proposed for you. So this is not like a typical treadmill. It's not connected to electricity. You run and it moves. So faster you run, faster you move. We have a rower machines, rings. So more advanced athlete can do ring muscle ups. It's like jump into.
Can you do one?
Yeah, I can do one. You want to show you one?
Yeah, see one.
Let's see if I'm warming.
Don't hurt your shoulder.
I'm gonna fold my shoulder. So a ring muscle up is you jump into, swing, kick, into, and up.
Nice. That's impressive. I want to try the rope later.
We're gonna try the rope. So the back of the gym is a little bit like tight, but we have different machines. Assault bikes. People that like this one is the devil. It's very hard on your building your acid lactate, so very good for you. Airbags, skier, it's more focused in arms. GHD, this one you can use as build your core or your lower back. And we have different sections here. We have dumbbells, kettlebells, medicine balls to do wall balls, long balls. And I try to build a little bit of free weights here, leg presses, leg extension, and our just typical machine, kettlebell machine. So a little bit different than CrossFit. They do accessory work here. So if you decide to come to the class, you want to do more extra work, you can come to the back and do your extra work.
Awesome. Thanks for the tour. Hey everyone, welcome to the Powered by Iron Health podcast. This is a podcast where we're trying to create a community that raises the standard of small business. This is the small business side of what we do. Today we have Andres with us. What's up, man?
Hi, how are you? Good. Thank you for having me today.
Yeah, man, this is fun. It's been a while since we connected, so it's always weird to put a mic in front of us, but we'll get over that and start talking.
No problem. I want to try to let it loose. A little nervous now.
So tell me about what you do here at Vitality Fitness. Let's start there. What do you do? What do you offer? And then kind of we'll dive deeper.
So, of course, it's a gym, so we offer classes. But I think what we do in Vitality Fitness more than anything is we build a community and we try to change people's life. Because, of course, you want to go to the gym to change your appearance or something, but it goes more than that. A person can come here because they doesn't like to do the way she or he looks, and that is affecting her marriage because the husband doesn't look the way or like the wife. So, or you come here because you don't feel confident with the way you look. So I think we here in Vitality Fitness, what we're trying to do is change people's life and help them to feel and better with themselves and find the best version of each.
Nice. I love that. And it's funny because I'm sure everyone heard the train coming by. Just
Yes.
give them a little sneak peek of where we are and kind of.
We are in
like
Ossining, New York, by the water. I don't know if you have been here in Ossining. It's a beautiful place. You have the marina, you have 3 Westerly, nice restaurant. The view's amazing, and we have the train just outside the gym. So every run that we go outside, you can have the train or you can see the Hudson River. It's a nice place to work out.
Yeah, this is really like a cool location. Just being by the water too. I don't know about you, but it just calms me down a lot.
Me too.
Just
I love the
you
water.
just chill.
Yes.
You ever jump in? You ever go into the Hudson?
I never jump into the Hudson. I make one of my clients jump into the Hudson. He bet me, he lost, so thank God I didn't jump in.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I swim sometimes over by Croton. There's a nice little spot where you can hang out. It's cool.
Yes,
It's
I've
actually
been in
pretty cool.
Croton, yeah.
Yeah,
I
like
love
right on the
it,
point
yeah.
on the point there. So that was a good synopsis of kind of what you do. Your training flow, is it very much CrossFit based, or is it different types of stuff as well?
So I love CrossFit, but not everybody want to be a CrossFit athlete.
Yeah.
So the main structure is CrossFit, but it's a skill to everybody to have just a good workout. And more than just like find the best CrossFit here is just find the best version of you and like have a good workout, go home, be happy what you did, stay healthy, moving, play with your kids. That's what we try to do.
Nice. I like finding a best version of you is good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then because everyone's different too, right?
Everyone's different. And I learned the hard way. I lost many members because I was like, CrossFit. And it's not for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. People just want to work out sometimes.
Just want to work out, have fun, get a good sweat, and go home.
Yeah. And how long have you been in business here?
Here in this location, it's going to be 3 years in October.
Nice. Congrats.
Thank you. But as Vitality Fitness, is going to be almost 4. So
Okay.
This happened, I opened Vitality Fitness a couple months before COVID. So rough times.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's dive into that. Let's talk first about how you started Vitality Fitness, because I know the story and it'd be cool for people to hear that, like how this was created, and then we'll dive into your origin story after that.
I was the head coach of CrossFit Ossining. So I started working for them for about a year. And they gave me the opportunity to buy the business from them. And I wanted to keep us CrossFit, but I didn't want to call it CrossFit. So I changed the name to Vitality Fitness to make it more accessible to everybody. And so they gave me opportunity. I didn't have the money to buy the business at that moment. And thank God I have like very good like clients and friends. So I was selling my private sessions with like, so if I'm asking for money for you, so like, okay, like pay me 16 sessions up front, pay me this on front. So I like did that with a lot of my clients, and they believe in me. So I bought the gym, and months later I could be able to pay everybody. So
That's really cool.
Yeah.
What year was that?
23, 20, 18, 17.
17. Wow. Damn, time flies. It's
Yeah.
5 years.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Almost 6.
So we got the train going by. We put a
Train
hold on
again.
it. That's a good background noise, though.
Yeah.
So when you took over CrossFit Ossining, I remember when you took it over and the other space it was in, how did you get your clients to really believe in you? Because I think there's a powerful lesson there for people. Because not even just clients. Like, let's say if someone's like, oh, I want to open a business. Like, how do they get people to believe in their mission, value, and stuff like that?
Good question. People who was with me before, they knew who I was and like what I was giving to them, my knowledge and like the training. So they stay most like probably 90%. Mm-hmm. Training is not for everybody, so of course you lose some members because they don't. It's not personal. It's like I'm not for them, and like they're not for me too.
Yeah.
And knew how they make them believe I care. I think caring, genuine caring, is one of the ways for them to believe you.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Yeah. And did you have any issues? Because me personally, and I guess I'm sure other people feel this way too. Like if you're going to ask people for money, it's a weird situation. Like, so how did you navigate that? Where you were like, hey, I need to really figure out a way to get this gym and ask these people to help me.
One, I was talking to Hilda, and I was telling that I needed money without telling her that I like wanted for her to like lend me the money. And I was maybe I'm gonna sell like 15% of the business to this guy because I need like $10,000. And she just told me, like, I lend you the money.
Yeah.
And I was like, how are you gonna believe in it? She's like, I believe in you. You're good at what you do. So that was her. My clients, I don't know, like that was like days of thinking the best way. I don't even remember what I said. I probably said like, I need help.
Yeah. That's a valuable lesson too. Like just asking for help, people will come through,
Yes,
right?
like if you ask for help, genuine help, and they know you, they believe in you, they're gonna help. Like asking for help is not like bad.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't want to ask for help because your pride or your like
Your ego. Yeah.
So like ego on the side and just
Have you always been like that, or that was something?
no. I was like ego, like I can do it by myself.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't need anybody.
So how did that evolution happen? If we go back now to your origin story, like obviously you're not from here. Like how
it happened?
Tell me your whole story.
I moved from Chile here 8 years ago with my ex-wife, and then I separated her, and I didn't have place to live. I didn't have friends, so I have like rough times by myself.
Where did you live?
At that moment, I was working at a pizzeria, and I slept hiding from the owner. So I was going to a gym, showering, and then coming back at 11, sleeping the benches.
Wow.
For 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And one of the delivery guys who was like the manager kind of saw me. And he's like, you're sleeping in the pizzeria? And I thought at that moment, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to get fired. Now I'm screwed.
Yeah.
And he's like, come and sleep in my house. So I think from that moment when he helped me with like nothing back, like he just genuine helped me, start changing like the way I thought, I think. And when you need help, probably like I could have asked before instead of like go through that.
Yeah.
But I was so proud and my ego that my mom is like, come back to Chile. I was like, I'm not coming back. So if I'm coming back to Chile, I'm gonna come back successful. So that was like,
that's a crazy story.
yeah.
You still cool with that guy?
Yes.
That's amazing, man. That's like, he must have a big heart to be able to do that
Big
too.
heart,
Just to
like,
open and
when I was
like,
3 months there, I didn't pay anything.
yeah.
He just like told me to save money to get your apartment. It was like, here, it's like the first month, security, and whatever you want to rent is over $1,000. So
Yeah. Easy.
easy.
So what was it like in Chile then? Like, how was that different?
In Chile, I was working in mining, so I was the boss. I have my own truck, my house. So then you move here, and I was working at a pizzeria.
Yeah.
Then working outside as landscaping. So you go from head of the lion to tail of the rat. So it's hard.
That's wild.
Yeah.
So you were in mining. I don't think I ever knew that.
No?
What type of mining? Like how did that work?
The mine that I worked, main was copper.
Okay.
But we had some silver and gold, but main copper.
And what was like the purpose there? Like what
I did?
Yeah. What did you do?
This is an underground mine. I think the biggest in the world. And so they're like building 2 new tunnels, 10 miles each. And the train again. Can you hear? All right. So 10 miles each. I was working with one of my friends, like same age, probably we were very young, 20 something. his father had some like machines, and he told me if you win any of the contract, you get some percentages. So I told him we should do this, and we won this contract, big contract. That was just they are like breaking the mountain, and we have to take the rocks from point A and move it to point B. So
Holy shit.
very simple.
Yeah.
Like we had to do like nothing else. Like a hard mine was just like move rocks, and that was like the first. And then like we went in, and then like, so my job was I was like the general manager of like. At the end, we have like 120 people working.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then other mines built?
Yeah, the mine always built,
Okay.
always like then the tunnel is done. That was like the biggest tunnel, I think.
That's so wild.
Yeah.
So then when you came here, was it your idea or your wife's? Your ex-wife's?
My
Okay.
so I want, like I told you, I want like contracts, so they will pay me some percentages. So I want a big contract, and he didn't want to pay my percentages at once. He want to pay me in partials. So 1 year start the percentages, another year, so to keep me there for 3-4 more years. Mm-hmm. So I lost my shit from everybody. So fuck you. Sorry my language. You're lucky that your dad is here. Fucking break your face.
Damn.
Went home. That was in December. I told my ex, you want to move to the United States? And she's like, yeah, okay, let's move. I went to the psychologist. I got like this fake, my God, license. Like when you don't work for, because you're like, in Chile, if you like, you have a like psychology license, kind of, you don't work and you get paid. So you still get paid yourself. I don't know how you say it here.
So like if
Like you know when you're going
like
to maternity leave, disability, like that kind of thing. Like you're just on maternity leave and you have like certain weeks that you can not work and you still get paid. When you have those like disabilities, you still get paid. So I did that to him for like 2 months. And then we moved here in January.
Wow.
Like November, January. Bye.
Damn. And how'd you get here?
Airplane.
Okay.
And then I stay.
You just like, screw it, we're staying. That's a wild story, man.
Yeah.
Like, you weren't chasing that American dream. It was just, you were just pissed off.
I was pissed off, yeah.
It's like, I need to get the furthest away from this shit that I can.
Never did. Like, we got married there, so she's American.
Okay.
So I couldn't do my green card there and like do everything in Chile.
Yeah.
But never did it. So I said, okay. She's like, no, let's go there. It's going to be easy, fast. It's not easy, fast.
To get your green card, you're saying?
No, it's like a year.
Yeah. So what's that process like? That's
a nightmare.
Yeah. What do you have to do? And I think these stories are good because it's like, it shows people what it takes to actually fucking succeed, man. It's like, you are hard work. It's like, this stuff did not come easy.
No.
You got a business, you know? It's pretty dope.
It's a lot of paperwork. Like at that moment was like kind of easy, but no. So we pay a lawyer. So I have spend like $5,000 to pay the lawyer. You get your work permission first. So like work permit. So like that you're allowed to work, but don't leave the country or anything. And then when we had to go to the meeting to get approved for your green card, the lawyer says like, it's another $2,000.
Really?
So I was like saying, fuck you.
Yeah.
Not paying you, I'm going by myself. So we went there, stressful. Like they ask you like, what's the name of the father? What's the name of the mother? Da, 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 da. And like, it's very stressful. Like at one point, I don't know, it came up like our daughter, and the guy's like, you have daughter? And she's like, yeah. And then it was like, okay, right? Like I believe you. Because a lot of people get married here because of paper.
Yeah, that's very true. It's very true.
We actually were married for real.
Gotcha. So your ex-wife was American, you said?
American,
okay.
Yeah. So then we got divorced. Then I told them, send my green card to me. They sent the green card to the lawyer. Then the lawyer didn't want to give me my green card.
So you paid him?
No. I called, like, this is your mistake. I told you that you need to send me, so I had to wait another month. Finally sent me the green card. Then when I was divorced, I left the house, like separately, left the house like very abruptly. and I left my green card there. And then like magically the green card wasn't there.
Yeah.
So I had to like ask for another green card.
Oh,
No, it's like a
man.
nightmare, man. Like
How did you keep your mind strong throughout that process?
how I did that. I wasn't that strong.
No.
I was strong. I did everything, but good.
I would say you had to be gritty. Like, you know, like you didn't give up.
That was pride.
Yeah. Your pride didn't let you give up.
Yeah.
So it could be a good thing. Like how
And that, if you like take it in a good way, yes.
Yeah.
That was pride. I was like, I'm not gonna let anybody beat me. Like I'm better than this.
yeah. That's good. So I feel like that's a good, healthy sense of ego, right?
Yeah. That if you use it that way, yes.
Yeah. I think we all need that a little bit,
I think so too.
especially men. Men need that a little more, you know, not to put it like females down, but it's just like it's in our nature to be more
But I
aggressive.
think like females should do the same. Like don't let a man or like anybody like put you down. Like
do you think being an immigrant gave you like an edge? Like it you know, do you come here and you're like, oh man, I just have to put hard work in and I'll succeed? Like, did that give you a bit of an edge?
I think comparing countries, it makes me succeed. Like even if I would have tried to do the same in Chile, it wouldn't be like succeed like this. Like you work hard here, you can make it.
Yeah, and you can't do it there.
I don't know if you can or not can. Like, or maybe I didn't need it. So
You weren't as hungry, maybe.
no, because I was in a good family. I went to private school. My parents paid for my private school. Then I went to Navy. They paid for my Navy. So like, I didn't have the need, you know.
Mm-hmm. Is there a big poverty line there? Like, there's poverty and then there's wealth.
Yes,
It's big,
but
big
like Chile, I think is like very good country that like even middle class is a lot too. So
Okay.
it's like not just like poor and rich. It's like of course you have poor people. You have a very big middle class that they live well, and you have rich people, of course.
Gotcha. So similar to here.
It's similar to here. I think it's very similar to here.
Gotcha. The government's the same.
Government the same. Okay. Yeah. Now it's not that good, but like at that point, yeah. Very good. Mm-hmm.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
So when you came here and you were like, all right, I want to eventually start a small business, did you know you wanted to own a business or like?
No.
So how did that process
that
go?
happen?
Yeah.
So when I moved here, I was like, okay, I'm gonna work in something similar to engineering, like any kind of engineering. Like, so then I started working for HVAC company, and I always liked the gym. So I was like waking up every morning very early, go to the gym 5 in the morning, and I met this woman that was always there, and she asked me to train her. So I told her, like, I can't train you. First of all, I'm not a trainer. Second of all, I don't have time to train you. You can train with me. She's like, yeah, I will pay you. She's like, I don't know how much, like, was the money, like, anything about, like, was the pay. So she's like, I'll pay you $600 a month. And for me at that point, 600 was like, oh my God, like a week of pay.
Yeah.
So sure. So we worked out together for months. And she changed, like, and her told her friend, and then like friend. So then I did like personal training. Then I did a level 1 CrossFit. Then I started doing CrossFit. And then I was like, you know what? I want to open my business. Mm-hmm. Like,
it was just a natural progression for
natural
you.
progression, yeah.
I always like to hear those stories because everyone's so different. You know, like I always knew I wanted to be a business owner.
Okay. So I knew I want to be a business owner. I didn't know that I want to open this kind of business.
The vehicle you wanted to, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And what have been like the biggest lessons you've learned being a business owner? I know it's a broad question, but let's say like, what are top 3 things that you?
Top 3 things to be a business owner. Be responsible with your money, because some months you have like you do really good, and I make a mistake probably like spending more than I should. Mm-hmm. Invest the money that you make instead of like just like wasting. Like put it back into your business or like invest in another. And last one, it's not that easy or like glamorous that everybody think it is.
Oh man, that's so true.
Yeah.
Everyone, I feel like right now too, everyone is on that entrepreneur kick, or
Yes.
everyone wants to be an entrepreneur,
Yeah.
and then you're like, oh shit, I can't have money to eat, and it's a grind. Like even those that goes hand in hand with responsibility too,
So
right?
for like people who's listening, the first 3-4 months, I give out my apartment and I sleep in the gym. I put an air mattress in the other place
Yeah,
because like I didn't have money.
yeah, crazy.
Yeah,
How was that?
that was fine.
Yeah,
Like
it was your spot too. It wasn't like
it was my spot.
It wasn't a pizzeria.
Yeah, it was in a pizzeria. It was my spa. I was in a different I knew that I'm gonna make it, so I knew it was like temporary, and that's what I needed to do in that moment.
Yeah,
So
yeah, and I think that's that's a powerful mindset. You do what you got to do.
yeah,
And then now you're at a point where you have how many employees?
4.
Okay.
4 coaches. I'm in a point that like, thank God I can go on vacation with my family or whatever I want.
Yeah.
At one point in my life, like here, I couldn't even buy chips.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Crazy.
I mean, that's a success all on its own. And I guess it depends on your goals too, and like where you want to get out of it. So, like, have you thought that far ahead of like where you want to take this, or like how you want to scale this? If you do,
Yeah, I would love to, like, really what I want is be able to run Vitality and work when I want to work. Because I want to, of course, be involved, but more than like coach classes, come here and like other coaches are here and like help the coaches or. So my goal is like this run by himself. I don't want to be in this moment, I'm the business. So people like, sometimes you think you own a business. No, I'm the business. I think if I'm leave, it wouldn't run like the way it runs.
Yeah.
So my goal is like, get it to that point that is business like.
Well, how are you taking steps towards that? Because I think that point is such a valuable point, and it goes back to what your big top things are, right? Like,
so right now I'm coaching less classes, and I'm gonna start putting more time in marketing, bringing like more members in, have a very value for my members. So just like build the business. So now I can like step a little outside of coaching and just build.
You ever read the E-Myth?
No.
It's a good book. So the premise is they tell a story in it. And this is for anyone listening who wants to be a business owner too. They tell a story about a baker and how this baker opened up a bakery because she just loves to bake. And then she found out like, oh shit, I don't know how to run books. I don't know how to hire people. I don't know how to lead. And then they go into the whole process of how she went from the baker, being the technician, as they call it, to being the business owner. Because a lot of times people fall into that technician area where it's like, fuck, man, I have to do everything to make this thing survive. And I'm not looking at the big picture to actually be the business owner. And it's not easy by any means, man. That's the hardest part. Even for me, like, I have clinics and I'm still actively involved. It's a process of how do you look at the big picture and think about the future of what does it look like without me? Because if that's what you want to get to, that's the important thing. That's cool though. It's a cool way to think about it. Do you feel like you're going to hire more coaches?
I don't know if I need to hire more coaches, just in that I need to need more members so I can pay all my coaches and I still can make more money. In that moment, I need to work because if not, oh my God. Like the payment, it goes so high. I forgot.
Payroll?
The payroll.
Yeah. That's a good point. And I think that's growing to capacity.
Yes.
It's something I've been playing around with too. It's like I could keep opening offices, but I want to make sure I grow to the capacity of one to make sure I'm okay.
Of course,
not have sleepless nights. Did you have any sleepless nights?
Thank God, not lately.
Nice.
But I did.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. No,
do you think it's a part of it? Anyone starting a business?
100%.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't have sleepless night, you're like very lucky. Like, I don't know how you did it, but you're gonna have it at the beginning or in one point. You will.
What would you say to anyone who wants to open a business? Like, what are some things you would give that's knowledge based? Someone completely fresh and green.
Fresh and green. Okay. Whatever they're gonna open, they need to know that they have to be involved. Like, they're gonna be involved regardless. Sometimes they wanna. A lot of people maybe wanna open business, so other people work for them and they make the money. It's not gonna be like that. At least for a year, 2 years. I don't know how long it was for you, but they know they're gonna have to like put more hours that they used to put before working in a corporate, like 8 to 5. They're not gonna work 8 to 5. They're gonna work 24/7.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's a good motto, man.
Yeah.
A lot of people talk about like work-life balance, and it's like when you're a business owner, there's no such thing.
No.
It's a part of who you are.
Yes.
And you can't. I'm okay. Like for me, I'm okay with it.
I'm okay with it.
You got to be
It's
okay
for you.
with
Like
that.
you need to. You are outside more, but if they need you, you're gonna be there.
Oh yeah, of course. And I think to double down on that, for the first 3 years of my business, I didn't even make any money. I had to work another job.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's
But
not.
that's a good thing to tell them. Like,
Yeah. It's people tend to see what you have here and they're like, oh wow, I could do that. That's easy. And then it's good. Like I like to have these conversations because now you're like, dude, I slept in my gym for fucking how many months did you
3
say?
months.
3 months. 3 months and you were able to get rent? Mm-hmm. That's pretty good though.
That was pretty fast.
Yeah. And that rent was high in that gym too.
Yeah.
I was like, that's a luxury apartment.
Luxury apartment.
Even
like,
3 Westerly over here, it's not as much as that.
Not as much. Like it would be like I could be living in oh my god, Central Park.
Yeah, you really could have.
Yeah.
That is pretty crazy to think like that. But if you got to live in your place of business, you got to do what you got to do. Mm-hmm. What is your like big vision? Let's not even talk. Let's say business and life. I think it's always good to bring that around to people.
I think I really want to open another business, but no gym.
Okay.
I have a dream to open a coffee place.
Nice.
Yeah.
What would you call it?
Good. Swell.
Swell.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. So like people to go chill, relax, swell.
Where would you do it?
That's the only reason I didn't open because I don't know where. I mean, just it's a lot of coffee places around.
Yeah, another one just opened over here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So not here. I've been thinking like Nyack.
Okay. It's a
By
good
the river.
spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And life is to be able to like I said, like work less, make money.
Yeah. That's a dream, man.
I know.
That's the glory part about being an entrepreneur, right?
That's an entrepreneur. That's like the goal. Like,
yeah. But still be involved.
Involved.
I'm sure.
Saying I need to work. I need to be here because like what I'm gonna do with my day.
What's your purpose?
What is my purpose of waking up every morning? Like,
Yeah.
It's just like you don't have to. You go because you want to.
Absolutely.
Different.
Absolutely. And even when you're on vacation, like I'm sure you're answering calls and emails and shit.
Everything, yeah. So I try to disconnect for the most.
That's good. And a reset too. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Good for you. That's I'm glad that was. Let's talk about your story about CrossFit because you just told me an interesting one. It'd be cool for people to hear that. So Andres is a pretty competitive CrossFit athlete. Why don't you tell them your story of kind of where you're trying to take that?
I saw CrossFit and I knew right away that I needed something to compete because I was a rugby player. And so I did my first CrossFit class, fell in love right away, kicked my ass. And I knew that I wanted to get to as far as I can. So my goal was get to the CrossFit Games. And that's a very ballsy goal to do because I was new, I was older when I started this, I was 31, 32. So I met my first coach was Gary Sorrentino, he took me to very good high level. I also make it. I became 35, so I tried to make it to the games. That year I think I finished 100 in the world. And they took only the top 20. Next year I finished 23rd. And they took top 20, and then I finished 18, and they changed the rules. They took top 10, and this year I finished 50 or 40 something. So it's crazy. It's crazy. It's my body's tired, my mind was tired. So I'm taking these 2 years of just, I'm gonna lift, get strong, clear my mind, like enjoy my family, enjoy life, go out if I wanna go out. Because when you try to do this, it's just like CrossFit, work, sleep, eat, CrossFit,
Yep.
that's it. So, and I'm gonna try to make it again a 40. So
Nice.
1 year of like strength training, and then ramp up my endurance back again, skills, gymnastics.
Yeah, no, I mean, based on your track record, man, I know you can do it. I mean, this is like a story of grit from
Yeah.
listening to this.
Joe helped me. You helped me a lot. Like, thank you. Like, you helped me when I have like shoulder injuries.
Try.
Yeah, you did.
Thanks. For anyone out there who's listening, wants to find out more about you or the gym, tell us where.
If you want to know about me or the gym,
Yeah, like where can they find out about you?
you can go to vitalityfitnessco.com. You can email us at vitalityfitness08@gmail.com, or you can call the number 914-382-5965. Just text me, call me. I'm always there to answer any question if they need to want to come here, talk, work out, have a coffee.
Nice. Yeah, have coffee. Any final thoughts you want to tell
Final
everyone about?
thoughts. Talking about business, I think if you have a dream and you actually want to do it by 100% with that person, you should do it. I didn't know that I wanted to do this, and I thought I was crazy what I was doing. I didn't know if I'm going to be able to support my family, myself. But if you really want to, you can do it. It's fun, it's scary, so many feelings.
Yeah, there's no other way.
Yeah.
All right, man. Thank you very much.
course,
Thank you,
thank you for
everyone, for
having me.
watching. This is great. Appreciate it.